Hello and welcome to the Midday News on TVC. I am Ikechukwu Obieno. Community leaders in Ondo State say that they will no longer tolerate attacks on the farm of Olufalaye or any of their kinsmen. At a news conference in Akure, Falaye's kinsmen came all out in their condemnation of the arson on his farm. TVC News correspondent there, Ayo Dijimorade, tells us more.
The burning of parts of the farm of the former Secretary to Government of the Federation, Olufalaye, by suspected others on Sunday has continued to attract criticism from members of the public. Kinsmen of the elder statesmen have joined League of Nigerians to condemn the act. At a news conference held at the palace of the Deji of Akure, leaders from the community frowned at invasion of Falaye's farm by Herdsmen. Former Nigerian ambassador to Greece and Ashiwaju of Akure land, Professor Oluagbi, who spoke on behalf of the community, said the situation, if not well tackled, could lead to unnecessary ethnic conflict. Agbi noted that the federal government and its security agencies should be bold enough to tackle excesses of herdsmen in the country in the interest of national security and unity.
We call on the security agencies to protect the life and property of Chief Olufalaye. In other words, Akure people are saying that although Chief Olufalaye will die naturally, but we would not allow these herdsmen to kill him. We are making this appeal not only because he's an Akure chief, but to prevent tribal war, as the Olu of Iluabo stature transcends Akure and Yoruba land.
The community leaders from Akure also kicked against establishment of cattle colonies being proposed by the federal government.
The word colony has some political connotations, not economic at all. A colony is a political entity which someone said he wants to create in the territory of another. That is a provocation.
The Akure community wants the Nigerian government to put necessary measures in place to curb excesses of others across the country. Ayodeji Morade, your TVC News, Akure, Ondo State.
The federal government has been urged to disarm herdsmen ravaging farms across the country before farmers begin to take up arms to defend themselves. President Benue Youth Forum, Kuanum Terrence, joins us now on the news to talk more about this. Kuanum, thank you very much indeed for joining us this time.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Kuanum, well, the federal government in recent times has taken some drastic measures to ensure that this crisis is brought to an end. For instance, asking the IG to relocate to Benue to ensure that adequate security is provided. Are you not satisfied with the step taken so far by the government?
No, the federal government has completely abandoned the situation in Benue, and even from their utterances. Because if we look at what the defense minister came out of the security meeting, after the national security meeting of this country, and the statements that came from him, is a total disappointment to what is happening in Nigeria. Because if the defense minister comes out to brief Nigerians at the end of a national security meeting, we expected him to have proffered solutions to Nigerians as how these things will be able to end. But rather he came out claiming that we have communal clashes in Benue when invasions have been taking place by terrorists. And if we look at the situation that is happening in Benue, the Global Terrorism Index has already declared the Fulani herdsmen a terrorist group. Because the Nigerian state is refusing to declare these people terrorist group, persecute them by their actions, they are cutting corners, trying to even corner the agencies of this country to give reports that will favor them. We don't understand why the federal government is being so complicit protecting these people killing Nigerians. We from Benue, we have taken our position clearly that if you must come to Benue and rear livestock, you must be able to ranch them. And then they brought the issue of colonies. Let's address the issue of colonies. A colony takes 25 square kilometers before you'll be able to establish a square kilometer. If you look at the size of 25 square kilometers, you are looking at three local governments per each state. These Fulani people are going to use these colonies to establish infrastructures and emirates around the country. This will push more crisis into this country, and that is why we are saying that the federal government is refusing to be decisive on the issue of herdsmen and using police. When the police has already said the terrains, the Fulanis are fighting.
All right, Kuanum. All right, Kuanum. Well, the military authorities who tried to bring about peace between herdsmen and farmers in Adamawa State a few days ago concluded that the crisis emerged essentially because of some baseless, things that, that there were overreactions on both sides of the divide. Do you not think that this also happened in Benue?
No. In Benue State, the Miati Allah Cattle Hori came out to claim that we rustled 1,000 of your cows. The Miati Allah cattle breeders came out to claim that it was because of the anti-open grazing law. The Fulani extremists came out to say it was because the Benue Valley belongs to them. First, the claim of the Miati Allah cattle Hori. We, the people of Benue, are not trained in the art of herding cows. So we cannot go rustling cows. If you rustle a cow and you don't know how to herd a cow, how will you be able to carry the cow outside the place you have rustled it? So the issue of rustling cannot hold in Benue because we're not trained in the art of rustling cows. On the issue of anti-open grazing law, ranching is the best practice of doing agriculture, livestock business all over the world. So we are using the best practice of rearing animals in the world, and that must stand in Benue. On the issue of Benue Valley, we don't know where the Fulani can lay claim to the Benue Valley because the nearest village of the Fulani people is 730 kilometers away from Benue.
All right. At the end of the security meeting the other day, of course, there was the conclusion that those found holding arms illegally should be prosecuted and dealt with. Are you not also satisfied with that?
No, the issue of holding arms is still an issue of the conspiracy of the federal government. Because the people the federal government is claiming are holding arms in Benue, those arms were planted by them, by the federal agencies. Because they
But you have no proofs. You have no proofs.
I have proof to that. I have proof to that because they have killed our livestock guards in Benue. The ones they could not kill, they've had some, went and planted guns on them so that they would twist the story. The whole issue is about twisting the story so that the killings in Benue will go undercover.
And you have evidence to support this, Kuanum?
Yes, I have evidence to support it. They went and catch people in Kente, in Taraba State, and came and placed them on Benue people. We cannot take that from Benue. What they are doing is a conspiracy against the killings in Benue, and it will not stand.
All right, Benue Youth Forum President Kuanum Terrence, thank you very much indeed for talking to us this hour.
I appreciate it.